It's a water bottle. Water bottle.
Past 1 year has been coming here. Like now, you can most welcome to the place.
Today.
on this occasion. Good morning everyone, I am Shivani.
And I am Piyush. On behalf of Vignan's Foundation for Science, Technology and Research University, we extend a very warm welcome to each and every ignited soul sitting in this inspiring shade today. At Vignan, we believe in imbibing quality education by inculcating ethics and values. Students are taught to compete, strive and work hard, but are also taught to achieve, excel and explore their realm of interest. We have our core customs and abiding values resonating in every block of the campus.
Vignan's University was founded by Dr. Lau Rataya, which started its journey back in 1997 and has emerged as one of the India's greatest by acquiring A grade accredited by NAC. The student-centric approach at our varsity makes it easy for every juvenile engineer to set a course towards their own affinity. Many new challenges and experiences are laid in front of us every day, and what keeps us going is the spirit that every innovative engineer must turn into a world-class professional.
And this is possible only when curriculum merges with effective learning and much efficient learners.
Started back in the year 2006 and dealt with 8 batches of students with highly qualified and experienced faculty. Major research projects are awarded to the faculty members and many short-term training programs are conducted regularly. The students are nurtured under the industrial training program which are embedded in their internship course. Our department has faculty specializing in areas such as animal cell culture, plant tissue culture, bioprocesses and many more. We are developing in the area of application and research while being trained by high-end professionals and are always ready to get hands-on experience. Socio-ecological systems in collaboration with the Department of Biotechnology and the Department of Information Technology focuses are discussed for today on humanities concern. Our main motto for this conference is to focus on environment and its fast-changing factors. This clarion call is said to make future generations aware about the environment and the changes associated with it.
This India-USA conference is simultaneously being held in University of Colorado, America, under the assistance of Professor John J. Kinnaman. Dr. Nam will be demonstrating about their eco-policy sensitivity model, where India is the 6th country to launch this model. Let us look forward to gain sense knowledge and regarding the sensitivity model. And now we would like to call upon Priyalalita to preside over. Thank
you. Now I take the honor to call upon Head of the Department, Biotech, Dr. S. Trupanidhi onto the dais. Thank you, sir. Yes, our Rector, Dr. B. Ramurthy, onto the dais. Thank you, sir. Now I request our Vice Chairman, Now I request Mr. MGPL Narayana onto the dais. Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Oki Bosch onto the dais. Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. T.S. Rao onto the dais. Thank you, sir. Now I request the chief guest of the day, Professor H. Devraj, to step onto the dais. Thank you, sir. Now may I request our Chancellor, Professor K. Ramurthy Naidu onto the dais. Thank you, sir. Technology Department for the prayer song. Everyone, please stand up.
ईश गिरीश नरेश परेश महेश दिलेशय भूषण भो साम्ब सदा शिव शम्भो शङ्कर शरण मे तव चरणयुगम् उमया दिव्य सुमङ्गल विग्रहया लिङ्गित वामाङ्गलितो साम्ब सदा शिव शम्भो शङ्कर शरण मे तव चरणयुगम् ऊरी कुरु मा मध्यमनाथं दूरी कुरु मे दुरितं भो साम्ब सदा शिव शम्भो शङ्कर शरण मे तव चरणयुगम् शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय शिवरमानसहंस चराचर जनन स्थितिलय कारणो साम्ब सदा शिव शम्भो शङ्कर शरण मे तव चरणयुगम् अन्तःकरण विशुद्धिं भक्तिं च त्वयि समीपदेहि विभो साम्ब सदा शिव शम्भो शङ्कर शरण मे तव चरणयुगम् करुणा वरुणालय वैदास उदासस्तवोचितो नहि भो साम्ब सदा शिव शम्भो शङ्कर शरण मे तव चरणयुगम् शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय कैलास निवास प्रमथ गणाधीश भूसुरार्चित भो साम्ब सदा शिव शम्भो शङ्कर शरण मे तव चरणयुगम् जनुतक जनुकिनु जनुतै तट्किल शरुतै नटसि महानट भो साम्ब सदा शिव शम्भो शङ्कर शरण मे तव चरणयुगम् धर्मस्थापन दक्ष रक्षग्रो दक्ष यज्ञ शिक्षक भो साम्ब सदा शिव शम्भो शङ्कर शरण मे तव चरणयुगम् शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय आरोग्यं चायुस्वद्गुणरुचितं चिदं प्रदेहि विभो साम्ब सदा शिव शम्भो शङ्कर चरण मे तव चरणयुगम् बलवन् वर्गभयापहभूतबले भूतिभूषितानहि भो साम्ब सदा शिव शम्भो शङ्कर शरण मे तव चरणयुगम् सर्वदेव सर्वान्तं सर्वद दुर्वितं सर्वहरण विभो साम्ब सदा शिव शम्भो शङ्कर चरणं मे तव चरणयुगम् शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय
सर
the gathering.
Respected Rector and in charge Vice Chancellor, Professor B. Ramamurthy Garu, beloved Chancellor, Professor Ramamurthy Naidu Garu, Honorable Guest of Honor, Dr. T.S. Rao Garu from Department of Biotechnology, Government of India, learned guest from TCS, Sri MGPL Narayan Garu, Hyderabad, renowned Professor Oki Bosch, University of Adelaide, Australia. Then we feel the presence of our Chancellor, of our Chairman and Founder of the University, Revered Laura Garu, and ultimately distinguished Chief Guest, Professor H. Devaraj Garu, Vice Chairman, UGC, former Vice Chairman, UGC, New Delhi. Head of the departments of all disciplines, Vignan University and Vignan University administrators and well-wishers, good morning to you all. I am now presenting the opening remarks of the international conference in the capacity of the convener. The venue at Vignan University for this international conference on leadership for sustainable socio-ecological systems is a parallel meet with that of realizing sustainable features in socio-ecological systems going on at the University of Colorado Boulder. Both these Indo-US meets come under the umbrella of International Society for the System Sciences, ISSS. The society was initiated in the year 1954 by a group of biologists, economists, and mathematicians at the Stanford Center of Advanced Study in the Behavioral Sciences. Until now, ISSS witnessed 54 presidents, and we are happy now to conduct its 60th annual conference. The current president, Professor John J. Kennyman, called on our beloved founder and chairman of Vignan Group of Institutions, Dr. Laura Garu, and offered to host annual meet at Vignan campus. That is the genesis of our congregation now at Sangamam Seminar Hall. Human beings are undoubtedly gregarious, like birds and insects, and live only in societies and never in solitude. With the time, our society inevitably became more complex. The classical single discipline and linear thinking approach are inadequate to solve the complex socio-economic and managerial challenges we as a society face now. Therefore, the present generation is imposing on the requirement of technical level awareness, knowledge of systems approaches, and tools to integrate and extract the concepts from each of the disciplines to solve the complexities and crises. Biological systems, as we are having now today with us, Professor Hendrik Hofmeyr from South Africa, and our chief guest, Devaraj Garu, and others. They are experts in the biological systems. They are familiar with the biological network. The biological systems are endowed with a complex metabolic network. Diabetes, atherosclerosis, gout, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's are all undoubtedly metabolic syndromes. Primarily, the lacunae permeated in the complexities of metabolic networks have led to the maneuvering of the present-day sustainable management of risk in complex metabolic networks. Therefore, the tools and concepts of systems design and complexity management would be of immense value. For example, in counteracting the health risk and maintaining adaptability in our socio-ecological systems. In this line, we are glad to have amidst us the stalwarts in the field of system science thinkers, namely Professor Oki Bosch from Adelaide, Dr. Nam Nguyen from Switzerland, Dr. Leonie Solomons from Sri Lanka and Australia, Professor John Hendrik Hofmeyr from South Africa, and Dr. Gary Jacob, USA, currently from Pondicherry, Dr. Clemencia Morales from Colombia, Dr. Hamid Khan from Maryland, USA, NIH, Dr. Andres Woodby is on the way, Washington, USA, and C. MGPL Narayan Garu, Vice President, TCS Hyderabad. About 6 technical sessions and one demonstration of Mali Eco-Policy Sensitivity Model by Dr. Nam Nguyen, and yet another demonstration of Yoga for Sustainable Health by Mr. MP Sandeep Sivananda Meenakshi Ashram, Madurai, are conceived in the present conference to appreciate the need, the tools and systems concepts to approach the various dimensions of socio-ecological systems, complexities. With this, I conclude, wishing you all a comfortable stay at Vignan's campus and welcoming you all again to revisit our campus at your convenience, as this is one of the best platforms to percolate the tools and concepts of sustainable systems. Lastly, I take this opportunity to acknowledge the help and total support rendered by Vignan's University in hosting IEEE's conference. Thank you, one and all.
All the dignitaries on the dais to release the proceedings.
Now, I take this opportunity to invite onto the dais one of the well-wisher and who is associated with our chairman to come onto the stage, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Respected Chief Guest, Professor Devaraj, respected dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, delegates of the conference, my dear faculty friends and students, very good morning to all of you. It was almost predicted 3 decades back, 3 O's are going to dominate the entire world. They are bio, info and nano. Even with the alphabetical order, bio was placed at the first, because biotechnology is the one which is involving human beings, plants, and the most importantly, they were addressing health issues, human beings, plants and animals and so on, many other issues. In fact, because of the huge, rapid developments in the world in the last 3 decades, coming out of all these science and technology output, reached the common man for their benefit. They were not only in the hands of the common man, it also invaded the residences. Many developments have happened which are quite unimaginable in the last 3 decades. With the result of this, and also growing population all over the world, many other damaging things also happen. Deforestation, ecological imbalance, and many other things due to the buildings that are coming up all over the world in many cities that are coming up. In fact, all the science and technology people who are involved in research, they have to address all these problems in addition to improving the day-to-day life and health of human beings, animals and plants, to address all these requirements. Here, I think the biotechnologists who are assembled here will very well know their contributions towards all this. It is proud to have a very good combination of faculty members in the Department of Biotechnology. They are also having made a small contribution towards biotechnology. They have groups working in animal biotechnology, plant biotechnology, bioprocess engineering, bioinformatics, and many other fields. In fact, our head of the department, Professor Kripanadi, has taken care in such a way that there is a nice balance of faculty members and students working in different projects that are addressed towards the needs of the society. Many projects have been obtained, sponsored projects have been obtained from DST, DBT and so on. In addition to that, our management also has generously supported every department, particularly the biotechnology department, in creating a centers of excellence. One of the best centers of excellence you can see in biotechnology department. I would like all the delegates who have come here, maybe for the first time, to this beautiful Vadlamudi village, to visit the department and interact with our faculty members and students, so that you will be able to enthuse them and interact with them, so that it will become a catalytic reaction for the future of our department, students and faculty members. In fact, they are also working on some socially relevant projects, such as the time to use the waste that are generated in the hostel using bioconversion. In addition to that, they are also using aquatic plants to see that how water can be treated or effluents can also be treated. In addition to that, they also do some molecular level of addressing bacterial diseases that are existing in the plants. They also work on how you can have economic production of cattle feed, where you can improve the production of milk and also to make it better. These are some of the projects which are done in the biotechnology department. I am sure with so many experts coming from all over the world, delegates coming from all over the country and at the international level, with this interaction, I am sure they will be able to do better. And as our chairman is regularly saying, it is not one day affair. You have come from all over the world, taking so much pain to this small village to encourage us. I am sure this interaction will and should continue with the Department of Biotechnology, not only with the student exchanges, faculty exchanges, and if it grows well, it is good to the entire family of biotechnology. I wish this takes place and you will be able to support our Vignan University in that respect, and we will never forget that. With these few words, I welcome all the delegates. Maybe some of them are coming for first time to this village. Please have a look at our department, have a look at our university, interact with all the faculty members and students, see how best you can interact with them in the future. I'm sure if this happens, both of us will get benefited, and that is the purpose of this conference. With these few words, I would like to join Professor Kripanathy again in welcoming all the delegates and the visitors for this conference, and I wish the next 3 days will have fruitful deliberations, and I am sure you'll come up with good results and continue in fact future for the benefit of biotechnology. Thank you so much.
Now may I request our Chancellor, Professor K. Ramamurthy Naidu, to speak a few words.
Good morning to all of you. I have a tone, but it is out of service since yesterday. I have some problem with the tone, but still kindly bear with me. Today's distinguished chief guest and the former Vice Chairman, University Grants Commission, Professor Devaraj, Professor Dr. T.S. Rao Garu, the advisor, Department of Biotechnology, Government of India, other distinguished guests on the dais, off the dais, delegates from the foreign countries, faculty members, my young dynamic student friends. So at the outset, I would like to welcome today's chief guest, Professor Devaraj, because he is kind enough to accept my request and to be the chief guest of today. He is from a biotechnology department, and he is the right person to address today on this international conference. So since yesterday I was worrying whether he has come back to India or not. But at 1:30 I got a phone call from him. I have reached Chennai from Sri Lanka. I am coming there. So then I got relaxed. So really, sir, we are thankful to you for making it as possible to come out here. And since 2 years I have been trying to bring him to our campus. Somehow it was not materialized. But it is materialized today. I am very happy. He is my godfather at UGC. Whenever I go to University Grants Commission, I spend most of the time with him and we have a chit chat with some of the important aspects. So I'm very happy, sir. We are really so happy. And I would like to be here for today's function. So I did not expect, but he was after me. He has been requesting, you please come for this conference, sir. You should be here. Then I made it possible to come over here for this function. I'm very happy because I don't know much about the systems and then the biological systems, but still being a biology student, but I think now ecosystem and then the climate is a fast moving, is a fast changing, and there is a need and then for bringing out the systems in the present system, and then ultimately, so I am complimenting Professor Krupanidhi for selecting such a topic of today as for the international conference. So I am sure now every education institution is made mandatory the quality education. I think quality education, I talk less about the seminar because other people are here to talk much about the seminar. So the quality education in terms of the quality, the departing quality education and then promoting quality research, these are the two important aspects. So when it comes to the promoting quality research, there are various ways of explaining about this one. So in any institution to be measured, one is the number of publications in the reputed journals is one aspect. The second thing is how many faculty members have been attending the international conferences or national conferences within the country or outside the country. And then how many faculty members have got the projects, research projects. And then how many faculty members have got the patents. And finally, how many departments have been organizing the national or international conferences. So I am very happy the biotechnology department is organizing a second international conference. I compliment once again Professor Krupanidhi, and it should be inspiration for other departments to come forward in this university to organize the national and international conference. I am very happy Department of Biotechnology and the Department of Information Technology combinedly taken up the seminar, and they are doing this conference in international. So I am very happy. So many people have come from the different countries, and I welcome them. I am sure that your stay here in our small village will be very happy. And I have been interacting with them. They have been telling that the food is good. Even the food is bad, but they may say the food is good. But I don't know whether accustomed our food or not, but they are comfortable. I am so happy with them. So at the same time, so I think I wish that this international conference should come out with the fruitful the ideas and the fruitful results. And once again, I welcome on behalf of the chairman of Vignan Education Institutions to welcome for this international conference. And once again, I welcome all of you. Thank you once again. Thank you. Thank you.
I request Dr. S. Krupanidhi sir to felicitate Sambasirao sir in Indian culture.
So it is associate and well-wisher Professor Sambasirao Garu, who is the rector of Acharya Nagarjuna University.
On this, chief guest of the function, Professor Devaraj, who is a very close friend of mine for several years. I am very happy to see him in Guntur. As mentioned by Professor Krupanidhi, I was also trying for him for the past 3 years to bring him to Guntur. I could not succeed in getting him here. On several occasions, I was inviting him here to come here for many international conferences and events which were organized by me. And Professor T.S. Rao garu, Professor Ramurthy garu, other guests, Professor Bosch and other guests in front of the dais, guests from different countries and student friends. Very good morning to all of you. It's a great pleasure for me. Very happy, it's very fortunate that I am also a person from biotechnology background. And for the several years, I've been working in the area of biotechnology in Acharya Nagarjuna University. And we are also instrumental in starting an association called Association of Biotechnology and Pharmacy at Acharya Nagarjuna University. And we have been running an international journal, Current Trends in Biotechnology and Pharmacy, for the past 10 years. And every year we conduct an annual convention like this at different places. And we also have biotechnology, MSc, MTech and PhD program in Nagarjuna University. And ever since the biotechnology program has been started in Vignan University, I am involved with the faculty of Vignan University. And Professor Krupanidhi was my good friend for several years. And we were collaborators in research and also in academics. And he was a model professor for many people like me. And we are involved in, and very lucky to have Professor Krupanidhi in Vignan University after his distinguished service at such Sai University. And he was the man actually ever fighting for getting grants and shaping this department into a very good model department in this area, particularly in BTech Biotechnology and MTech Biotechnology. He was instrumental in getting FIST grant and several projects to this particular department of Vignan University. And it was so glad that I don't want to take much time because I know many speakers are here. I'm an unexpected guest here. But what I would suggest is Professor Krupanidhi to have more exposure for the students with the industry. That is one of the important aspects. That is the only suggestion I would like to have. In the recent days, actually, even till yesterday, I think Professor D.S. Raghavan can guide Vignan University. The Atul Innovation Incubation Center's proposal has come over yesterday, I think, with the last day. Submitted? Oh, very good. That's what actually, from our university, we have submitted 8 proposals for Atul Incubation Centers. And this incubation center of biotechnology would be very good, and particularly we have also submitted 3 more biotechnology incubator center proposals from our university, and particularly in marine biotechnology area and general incubation center for biotechnology, and in nanotechnology and food technology areas we have submitted. So that is one of the, because you have a comprehensive knowledge about the biotechnology, food technology and chemical engineering in Vignan University, there could be a very good incubation center proposal if it is achieved in this with the help of the eminent people here. That will be good for the students of BTech Biotechnology and MTech Biotechnology, because the comprehensive training related to industry would be very good, and it will be very nice that students can have a practical oriented training as per the requirement of the industry. This is most important, that it would be very good for the students. So you already developed the curriculum very well, and students were trained very well, faculty were trained very well. So if this particular area of training is being achieved, that will be good for the university. So with these few remarks, because I have been a regular visitor of this department, so I would be concentrating on more emphasizing on the benefits of the students. So in these few remarks, I take this opportunity to thank everyone for giving me an opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your delightful to address the gathering.
Good morning. It's always nice to be here in this campus. This is not the first time I'm here. In 2004, I was invited by current chairman Rathai Garu for an annual function, and in fact now, you know, the campus has grown actually leaps and bounds, and very lively campus it is. And I'm here for the last 3 days, and you know, they treated me very well. Food is very good, sir. And I don't know how I adjust when I go back. Dear respected people on the dais, like I was saying that you know, this is a very important theme that has been chosen which is simultaneously being conducted here as well as in Colorado, of this repeated very international conference this is. In fact, I would like to give a brief background about the situation that we are in and what are the solutions in the offing. So the world that we are living is increasingly, and exponentially getting upgraded with science and technology. It has got tremendous impact on the society, and small perturbations at one part of the world is giving rise to a lot of disturbances in the other part, what we call butterfly effect. And the human environment is becoming increasingly turbulent and assuming the quality and character of a crisis, and difficult to identify what is the conflict and who are the parties to the conflict. And the age of demands, we are living in the democratic age, so we have a lot of demands. Society is generally, acquisitive and consumerist, calling environment hazards, which are threatening the very existence of humanity. And such is the scene of socio-ecological situation that we are in actually. See, there are these problems on the protection of the environment can be addressed through the principles of sustainability, such as sustainability actually is about independence and interconnectedness. Sustainability, it respects the interdependence of living beings as one another and on the natural environment. It operates in a way that it does not deplete the environment, but instead it enriches and replenish the environment. It operates in a way it acknowledges the needs and the wants of the people, and it operates such that it gives an equal opportunity for economic growth as well as human development, and spiritual and moral as well. Human values very important. So addressing sustainability means finding a way to deal with complexity. So we are coming to that complexity now. While it is not panacea, systems thinking seems to offer some insights and approaches for dealing with complexity. In fact, last 3 days, I have this great opportunity to sit with the students and listen to Dr. Oki Bosch. Very well conducted program that is for the people who are at the entry level with regard to this kind of a thinking. In fact, somebody asked me what discipline is that. In fact, I said this is a fundamental discipline that cuts across all the disciplines that you know of. There is no single discipline that can be spared without systems thinking. So as such, systems thinking helps chart the course to sustainability. Systems thinking is about patterns of relationship and how these translate into emergent behavior. Systems thinking provides us with a window on the world that informs our understanding of nature and our relationship to it. It provides us with a way of framing our investigations and language for discussing and understanding. Translating systems thinking into actually systems approach is all about. Some of the key elements of systems thinking which we practice in our cybernetic center in TCS. Seeing the big picture, that's very important, and seeing the processes, not the things, and avoid symptomatic solutions to the problems, get to the root causes, and focus the areas of leverage and seeing that one and the cause of one's problems are in the same system. Understand that the system acts as a whole. So there is a new approach now, ecosystem approach, which is emerging actually. It considers human beings as part of the ecosystem, and many of the activities by the human affects the ecosystem and also depend on it. And it gives us a way for us to manage our activities sustainably. In fact, there is a Vedic saying which says that ekam sat vipra bahudha vadanti. That means to say that existence is one, but learned people call it by different names. So we need to understand that when we move in the socio-ecological systems, and we have to be very cognizant of the fact that we are the part of the system as much as the system that we are dealing with. And I'm sure that the next 3 days we have wonderful lectures that are called out from various faculties. I'm sure that the students and the participants takes immense benefit from these kind of proceedings, and I wish all the best for the organizers and the great support that they are receiving from the management. Thanks.
Now I request Dr. Oki Bosch to address the gathering.
He has been there with us for the past 3 days and handled our second year and third year bioinformatics students and taught them two important softwares in systems analysis and complexity management. They are Vensin and also this Netica. And at the end, the last day, Sir has given them a good example, Vignan's repetition. For Vignan's repetition, what are the several factors interconnected, how to develop. He sat with the students full day and he totally enjoyed a student's performance. That's what I wanted to introduce to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the big honor to be here today. I just want you to have a look at the lamp, and you will see there's only one flame that is burning still, and that is the one that I actually lit. I'm representing the ISSS, the International Society for the System Sciences, and I unfortunately have to leave this afternoon because I am the incoming president of ISSS for next year. And I have to be in Boulder. I wish I could rather be here because it's a little bit closer to home than going around the world in 14 days. I will write a new book called Around the World in 14 Days. In a systemic way. Thank you very much for your hospitality. Thank you very much, Professor Krupanidhi, for the wonderful way in which he organized everything. We were in constant email contact with each other, talking about various things, what we need, what I need, what they need, etc. And we had a very good group of students that, and some other people from Sri Lanka that attended the course that I run. And I think it was just an introductory course, and I really hope that that this could continue in the future, even if it's online or in some form. I will always be happy to come back here. This is a wonderful place, and the last word I want to say is softly, so that people don't hear it, is I really like your food. Thank you.
Of honor, Dr. T.S. Rao to address the gathering.
Thank you. My great friend Devaraj Garu, and our respected Ramurthy Naidu Garu, and Ramurthy, and Registrar, and Kripanidhi Garu, and Kameshwara Garu, and Narayan Garu, and other dignitaries from the national international faculty here, and moreover the students of this Vignan University. Thanks for past 1.5 years, probably I'm exposed to this Vignan University activities. It's a gate to learn, and what I could see a lot of potential in this. And coming to a place where I must congratulate Kripanidhi Garu taking this type of complex conference call where you are assembled so many people around that. For my past 30 years of my biotechnology, I never seen such a conference which attended where people are really dealing with such a complex issue. Somebody must have the courage to deal with the system, because you are talking about ecosystem, sustainability, and dealing with a different type of ecosystems in the world. See, the Indian ecosystem, yesterday I was in Colorado, that group is different. I visited that Colorado Institute of Medical Sciences. Altogether, because if you look at Sri Lanka, you have that US, and I was talking to Cape Town, my friend yesterday, I was talking to him while coming there, the ecosystem different. I visited that place also. But bringing all of them together, making an interesting platform to talk about ecosystems which is sustainable. And where to start, where to end. That's a great challenge, Kripanidhi Garu. I must congratulate you and your entire team connecting this type of people around the world and talking about the ecosystems into that. When I more comfortable, I deal with my medical biotechnology, where we talk about complex disorders, which somebody mentioned that. The complex disorders also based on your environment, you are genetically proposed into that, and also the predispose them to the particular disease, like especially chronic diseases. Diabetes, somebody talked about diabetes, somebody talked about liver, somebody cardiac problems because homocysteine levels go up and your B12 will go down. Then the vegetarian, non-vegetarian, all these issues are really very, very complex. When you are dealing certain issues, you need to be very holistic view of looking to all those things. When I'm being a biochemist, I say 20,000 of your all the process takes place in your body, where to touch which enzyme, which cofactor, all will be a part of your systems biology. And we are now talking about systems biology, measuring your antibodies based on systems biology. See, it's a great potential in particular area. And I really appreciate, I didn't even understand yesterday I was talking about what is systems biology, we are talking about systems, talking about with different ecological parameters. So how you connect them, what is the common point to be connected them? It's not an easy job to do that. And also drawing the recommendations at the end of the conference, how to move forward next level of your action point. Because doing conference is one thing, following the conference and doing the really on the job, what are those projects are connecting all of them together to sustain. That's more important. Coming another after 1 year, again talking about the same thing, I said, that's not going to the end of this. We have to translate your ideas, translate your connectivity to real problems of Indian. Basically, I've more of complex systems in the country where we have going to 32 million people going to get diabetic for the over period of 2020, 2025. How to reduce our burden of this connectivity? Because your food habits are different, your lifestyle is different, your environment is different, there's no pollution. Here the pollution, your environment, your food habits, all those environmental systems also will play a role in your influencing your biological systems into that. How to deal, where to start, where to end, and draw what are sustainable product are the projects which can be moved forward to the next level of translation. So some of these things you need, I hope you are going to address for the 3 days. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be there for 3 days, but this is what you need to focus on that. Please clear cut, draw recommendations to where to focus our thing. I don't want hundreds, just 10 or 5 major complex disorders. Based on that, we create this thing, and Government of India will certainly try to support the Vignan University and the entire group to coming together. Because I deal with 70 countries, the different parts for the different areas into that. We can connect wherever you want, but it has to be properly.
Dr. S. Devraj, Professor in Biochemistry, Department of Zoology, University of Madras, has held many academic and administrative posts before taking charge as a Vice Chairman, University Grants Commission. The prominent among them was the distinguished UGC BCR Distinguished Scientist Award in the year 2011, the Exchange Visitors Fellowship, Clemson University, USA, Indian National Science Academy Award, University of Bonn, Germany. He has done research in stem cell biology and cancer biology, a former director of the University of Madras Gundi campus and a senior executive council member of the Madras University Teachers Association. Dr. Devraj was also a former syndicate member and headed a panel that governs the university in the absence of VC. He is a doctorate of science from the University of Madras and has served as a syndicate member for 2 years and as a in-charge Vice Chancellor. He also served as a Gundi campus director and director of A.R. Mudalia Center for the Basic Science Development. Now I take a privilege to call upon Dr. S. Devraj to address the gathering.
To all of you, most respected Chancellor Dr. Ramurthy Naidu, my good friend, Dr. T.S. Rao, Senior Advisor, Department of Biotechnology, Dr. Ramurthy, Pro-Chancellor, probably, I think he's in charge by Chancellor today, I know him very well, Dr. Narayanan, Dr. Sambasiva Rao, who was head of the Department of Nagarjuna University, I know him very well, and Dr. Oki Bosch from Adelaide, and Dr. Kripanidhi, and your registrar Dr. Raghunathan and Madhusudan Rao. I remember them because they came to Delhi to make a presentation. I still remember them. So that's the thing. And delegates from foreign countries, faculty members, and lovely young students. I'm very happy to come here for a simple reason. I want to see my friend Dr. Ramurthy Naidu. So he was instrumental in bringing me here. I wanted to come to this university for the convocation. I think last 2 years I wanted to come. I gave the dates. But unfortunately, I was the chairman for all these deemed universities. So I've done the review. So they asked me not to go. Because if I'm not supposed to come, it seems it will create a little kind of thing. So I avoided that. So once I demitted office last week, so I gave the consent to Dr. Ramurthy Naidu. He was our former commission member and he was an vociferous member and he has done a lot of good things in the commission. So that way I wanted to respect him. So that is the reason I've come here. So that's the main reason I've come here. I'm very, very happy to come here to participate in this seminar, Leadership for Sustainable Socio-Ecological Systems. So to be frank with you, I don't understand anything. To be frank with you, I don't understand anything. I think when I was a young kid and I was a young lecturer, I used to go to the convocation addresses of Professor M.S. Swaminathan. I don't miss his convocation addresses. Anywhere somewhere in South. I don't miss it. He used to mention two things in those convocations. The first thing he always say, knowledge corridors. Somehow, somewhere, he will mention about knowledge corridors. When I entered the Vijnana University, even though Ramurthy Naidu told me many things about this university, so when I entered it, I could smell it. I could see the knowledge corridors in this campus. Definitely, that's a good thing. I had an opportunity to see that. The second thing, I think Professor M.S. Swaminathan used to say, sustainable development. I don't understand what is sustainable development. I don't understand that there's a young lecturer. I don't understand what is the meaning of sustainable development. But now I understand that's very, very important. Leadership for sustainable socio-ecological system is it's a pertinent word. I think I understand now what is sustainable development. It's nothing but perseverance and endurance. These are all the two things you have to keep it in your mind. I think success is a journey, it's not the destination. It's a journey. You should have the perseverance. You should have the endurance. If you don't have the perseverance, if you don't have the endurance, I don't think you can achieve anything. So this is the meaning of sustainable development. And I'm very happy they used the word leadership. So what is leadership? The mindset of the leader is very, very, very important. Any institute, anywhere, any home or anywhere you go, leadership, the mindset of the leader is very, very, very important. Why I'm telling this is, you may be knowing about our University Grand Commission. I think probably is there for last 62 years. We have celebrated our Diamond Jubilee last December, 2 years back. And former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh, who was the chairman of University Grand Commission, he attended a function, he made an excellent statement. I still remember, that's in my ears, it's lingering in my ears. UGC has made a meaningful journey. The best is yet to come. This is the statement he made. It has got a meaning. The UGC has made a meaningful journey. I think Dr. Ramurthy Naidu will vouch for that. I think last 62 years, I think we have done enough. I think almost 736 universities, 40,000 colleges. And most of them being funded by the University Grand Commission. And our job, the University Grand Commission job, is to be access and probably the inclusiveness and expansion. Starting with 20 universities in the year 1956, we have come up to 763 universities now. See the development. I think we have achieved it. We have done the expansion. We have grown horizontally. I think the statement what Dr. Manmohan Singh said was, you have made a meaningful journey. Because India is a diverse country, as Rao has rightly pointed out. You have got diverse in nature. So you cannot have an uniform policy. So you have to think little differently. So you have done it. You have done a good job. I am very happy. Dr. Ramurthy Naidu was twice a member of our commission. I think he has done a wonderful job. Our commission has done a wonderful job. I think nobody knows about that. Because you are just like that, you are giving the money to them. I think nobody understands what is UGC. I think now time has come. 60 years. You have given the base. Now everything is there now. Now what you expect now is the quality. I think even the Kripanidhi has rightly pointed out, the quality goes with excellence. Quality goes with excellence, definitely. Now time has come to bring in excellence. What is excellence? Can you define excellence? You cannot define excellence. Excellence is a perception. What is excellence for you may not be an excellence for me. What is excellence for me may not be an excellence for you. It is a limitless ladder. It's a limitless ladder. You should understand every day is a new day. That's how Western countries are progressing well. Western countries are progressing well because every day is a new day. It's a limitless ladder. I think we have to go a long way. I think that is the meaning of sustainable development. I feel there's a leadership, the mindset of the leader. I think Dr. Manmohan Singh was a University Grant Commission chairman. Then he moved out of UGC and took up the job of finance minister. His mindset of the leader is very important. I think he changed the mindset of the automobile industry. He gave the freedom for competition. He liberalized the policies. Up to 1980s, our roads are filled only with ambassadors and probably the Padminis. Only those two cars were there. After 1980, he liberalized the policy. The mindset of the leader is very important. Dr. Manmohan Singh gave the freedom for competition. Now, last week I visited Salem. One university was there. They asked me to give a convocation address. I was there. In the portico, there are 6 Jaguars and 3 Lamborghinis. Can you imagine the kind of improvement, the kind of transformation India has made? I think India is growing very well. There's no doubt about it. You should have the right kind of leadership. The leadership is very, very important. The Indian economy is totally dependent on the policies derived by Dr. P.V. Narasimha Rao from this state, Dr. Montek Singh Ahluwalia, and then Dr. Manmohan Singh. So now Indian economy depends on them now. I think what they paved is working out now. So you should understand the mindset of leader is very, 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 very important. The leadership is very important. Sustainable thing is very, very important. And I think socio-ecological system is very, very, very important. I am from Ooty, and you may be knowing I don't speak. I think Gopi may be knowing about it. I don't speak Tamil. It's not my mother tongue. I speak a Badaga, which is a combination of Kannada, Malayalam, and Tamil. I don't have a script. I came down to Coimbatore to do my pre-university. So where I have to learn in Tamil. So I started learning Tamil in Coimbatore. And after learning Tamil, I thought I'm very okay. Then I went to Madras. So there, all my classmates talking English, good English. So I have to learn English there. Without that, I cannot survive. So I started learning English. I thought that's enough. I think I was there as a Vice Chancellor, syndicate member, award director and everything. I was very happy. I thought of retiring it. But fortunately, I got an opportunity to go to Delhi. So now I'm learning Hindi. See, there is no end to it. There is no end. Education, you have to learn every day. My definition of a teacher is very, very important. A teacher is a permanent student. A teacher is a permanent student. Yes, unless he is updating his knowledge, he cannot be a teacher. So a teacher is a permanent student. So I am very, very happy this university, Vinyan University, has got a NAC A grade. I'm very, very happy because getting an A grade, and my congratulations to Dr. Ramurthy Naidu. Probably Ramurthy Naidu played a crucial role in getting the A grade. I'm very happy about it. But what is the NIRF, National Institutional Ranking Framework, I think this university has got 88th place. My congratulations again. So I wanted to take 2 things from here. The first one is the university which has got the top place in this NIRF, that is Indian Institute of Science. Probably you may be knowing about Indian Institute of Science. I was a student of Indian Institute of Science, so I know about that. And I think they deserve all the things there to be on the top because it's a 100-year-old university. 100-year-old deemed university. That's very good. I know about the quality of, because their system of selecting the teachers, everything is good, so that's on the top. But interestingly, what I wanted to say here is the number 2 university, which is ICT, Institute of Chemical Technology from Mumbai, which is only 20 years old. So everything is possible. Even 100 years, with the right kind of leadership, you can reach the top. Which 20 years, if you do well, you can also reach number 2 position in the country. The reason is the leadership. M.M. Sharma has taken up the leadership. Dr. Mashelkar was there, Dr. M.M. Sharma, Dr. G.D. Yadav. So they are the people, they understood the environment, the socio-ecological system. Mumbai is a place where you can do business. Lot of industrial houses are there. They started understanding about that. So what I wanted to say here is, if you understand the environment with the right kind of leadership, with a sustainable movement, definitely we can go to the top. There's no doubt about it. So this is an example I wanted to share it from the NIRF, National Institutional Ranking Framework. So now they are in the 88th position, and I think they should understand what is the environment of this Tenali region or the Guntur region. They have to understand, they have to give the right kind of education for that. You should not duplicate or replicate what was done in USA, what was there in Western countries. I think that's very bad. I think now we have started a new department. I think the 1980s, almost all the people are working on what you call that Western blotting, but I think probably monoclonal antibodies. Everybody was working, including myself. We were all working on monoclonal antibodies. That was the fascination. That time, 1980s. Everywhere people are working, thinking that you can cure cancer. That was the intention, that was the idea, we have been working. But unfortunately, nothing has come out of that. It's only a Western blot, you can identify certain things, certain proteins. Other than that, nothing has come out of monoclonal antibodies. I think Rao will agree with me now. I think they have not come out. Everyone thought that you are going to cure cancer out of monoclonal antibodies. You can go for the therapy. And then later, 10 years, and everybody was working on recombinant DNA technology. Everywhere people, I think even including Rao, has given a lot of money only for sequencing data. And everywhere people have sequenced, everywhere ATGC, ACTG, everywhere they have the data. But what is the outcome? Rao, can you tell me what is the outcome of the recombinant DNA technology? I was a student of Indian Institute of Science that time. I was fascinated in doing the recombinant DNA technology. Taking the plasmids, putting the genes and all those things, I was working. Nothing has come out other than publishing some papers. I don't believe in H-index now. I don't believe in H-index now. I believe in happy index. I believe in happy index. I think science should give the right kind of message to the society. If you don't give the message to the society, it's meaningless. And whatever research you are doing and whatever publications you are making is useless. So now time has come. I think three important things I wanted to share here. One is academic osmosis. What is academic osmosis? You should understand the industry, what is their need. And they should understand what is the potential of the universities. You should have an interaction. That is the academic osmosis. You should know the need for the industry and they should understand your potential. And that is the academic osmosis. And second one is very, very important, adaptive technology. What is adaptive technology? Recombinant DNA technology is done 40 years back. You don't have to do it again in India. You should adapt whatever technologies. Nanotechnology, 15 years old, 20 years old now. You don't have to do now. You don't have to start from the scratch. Now all the nanomaterials are available in the market. Why do you do it? Why do you synthesize it? It's meaningless. So you have to adapt the technology which are available in the market. You don't have to do that. Now all the plasmids are available, vectors are available in the market. Why do you do it again? Just buy it, do it. And what is that you are going to do? And third one is very, very important, the crowdsourcing. Now we have to go with crowdsourcing. I think everything is available. We have to use the computer. There is no way now. So we have to do the crowdsourcing. Now it should not call for board of studies meeting. You should circulate it through the computers. What do you do? What do you call for board of studies meeting? I think you put it on the website. Let them give the views. So you have to change your mindset. I think based on this only, our Prime Minister has given an excellent system. I think our Prime Minister Dr. Narendra Modi ji has given an excellent system. Make in India, Skill India, Digital India. I think he has covered almost everything now. What is need for the country? What is need for this Guntur area? You should understand. You should do the research. You should not do what was done 40 years back in USA and then replicate or duplicate. It's very wrong. Students, young students, you should have the creative thinking. I don't believe in innovations. I believe in creative thinking. Youngsters should think differently. I think you have to have, three things. I think for the first one is the skill. I always believe in hands. The skill is going to be done by the hands. And second one is the creativity, brain. Innovation, I don't believe in innovation. You have to believe in creativity. Creation can be done only by the brain. And these two are very important. More than these two, heart is very important. Compassion. You should understand what is need for the society. If you don't understand, you cannot give. These three things are very, very important. And skill is very, very important now. More than the degrees. The degrees don't have a value. They don't have the competence. I think namesake, they're all very papers. Even though I am the vice chairman of UGC, I am making this statement on this because of the youngsters. Unless you have the competence, degrees don't have the value. They are mere papers. Marks are mere numbers if you don't give the value for the marks. So this is very important. Don't think of getting a job out of this placement cells in the universities. Don't go with that. You have to take the job out of your own competence. If you don't have the competence, then what for you are getting a degree? So you should get a degree out of your own competence. So this is the message I want to share it with you, the youngsters. Everything is possible. Everything is possible in India. When I can reach from Ooty, a small village, to sit in the University Grand Commission at Delhi, giving the policy decisions of the country, why not you? Everyone is having the potential. I am a dangerous optimist. I believe in positivism. Everything is possible. Try to be good. If you are good, definitely you can do it. And you have to believe in your own hands, and your own mind, and your own heart. That's very, very important. Try to look for happy index. Don't look for H index. H index is different. Always look for happy index. That's very, very, very important. And have infinite patience, and success is yours. What is the meaning of it? Have infinite patience. There is nothing but sustainability. You should have the perseverance. You should have the endurance. If you don't have all these three characters, you cannot come up. So this is the message I want to share it with you, the youngsters. So whatever may be the conferences, whatever may be the thing, you should get something out of that. If you don't get something out of that, don't make it as a ritual. I think Ram has rightly pointed out, don't make it as a ritual. Don't come here, don't take the bag and don't eat and go. I think money is spent, taxpayers' money is being spent on this. Try to take something, take home message. Sustainable development, you give some recommendations. Definitely the policy makers will accept that. The environment ministry will accept it. And I am from Ooty, Gopi will know about it. I never come across any natural calamities. We live with the nature, you understood the nature. Our community people know how to live with the nature. We never had any calamities. Because you should understand the nature. And in the name of development, you should not spoil our culture. In the name of development, you should not spoil our heredity. So we should understand, you have to keep all these things. India is a great country. You cannot compare it with any other country. It's almost 28 countries here. If you go 100 kilometers away from here, you'll have a different kind of culture. You have to maintain the culture. Our culture is very important. In the name of culture, in the name of development, you should not spoil our culture. So these are all the things you have to keep it in your mind. I'm a dangerous optimist. I believe in positivism. You can do many good things. And India is a great country. And I had an opportunity, I think, coming to the deemed universities. I reviewed all the 44 deemed universities. They have their own potentials. You don't give any money to them. UGC or MHRD or DPT or DST, they don't give any money. But they expect quality from them. There's a problem with them. I think all deemed universities, the good universities, I think I can name the Banaras Hindu University. It started by Pandit Madan Mohan Malaviya, a great man, an individual who started that university, Pandit Madan Mohan Malaviya. And Aligarh Muslim University, Indian Institute of Science, individuals. By Tata, it's now Dadabhai Nauroji, he started the Indian Institute of Science. All the three are very good universities. So what is wrong with all these deemed universities? You give them the right kind of focus. You monitor them. Give a helping hand. They can come up. So that is the message I have given it in my report. I don't want to close down any of the deemed universities. I'm not against deemed universities. But they should have a quality. For quality, you should have the manpower. Manpower is very, very important. Human resource is very, very important. I had an opportunity to go to Tumkur University to deliver a convocation address. I think there is a tradition that I have to wait for 5 minutes to receive the governor. So I was sitting inside the guest house. They asked me to sit inside the guest room, so I was sitting there. The guest house was named after Pandit Madan Mohan Malaviya, who was the founder of Banaras Hindu University, a great stalwart. I was sitting there. On the left side, there was a big photograph. I know that is Pandit Madan Mohan Malaviya. I know him. On the right side, there is another photograph, equal size photograph was there. I could not make out. Then I asked the Vice Chancellor, who was he? Then he told me, he was the teacher of Pandit Madan Mohan Malaviya. We should give the respect for the teacher. What I am today is because of my teachers. All my teachers, primary teachers, secondary teachers, and my PUC, pre-university teacher, who was not even a graduate. I think he was not even a postgraduate. He was a demonstrator. I still remember him. The day I took over as the Vice Chairman of University Grand Commission, I flown back to Coimbatore to pay my respect to that man, who was not even a MSc graduate. I learned so much from them. So you should respect your teacher. And our Prime Minister has got a lot of respect for the teaching community. He wanted to start two important teacher education centers. One in Varanasi, we have already started, and other one is in Kakinada. So we are giving a lot of importance for the teachers. I had an opportunity to share the dais with our Prime Minister in Gujarat, and vibrant Gujarat. And he asked me to address the audience. I think 15,000 people were there. I addressed them. And where our Prime Minister has said two things. You should understand, this is very, very pertinent for the teachers. He has got, I think probably he has got respect for three hands. The first hand, he loves a young lady who is holding a little kid. Because he is transforming this little kid into a citizen. So that hand has to be respected. And the second hand is the soldier who is holding the arms. He is protecting the country, though that hand has to be respected. And all the more, he said, the third hand, the teacher who is holding the book. You see the respect he has for the teacher. And one step ahead, he said, ladies can give birth, but life is given only by the teacher. Life is given only by the teacher. You try to understand this. You respect your teacher. Now everything is available on YouTube. You go to Google, you go to YouTube, and I think our own ministry, department, MHRD is going to start MOOCs program, massive online open courses. And our Prime Minister, Dr. Narendra Modi ji, is going to inaugurate the Swayam portal in the coming August 15. So everything is ready now. All the things, e-BG Padasala for all the postgraduates, e-content for the undergraduates, all the subjects you ask. And NPTEL has already started for the engineering subjects. And there is a big program on NMEICT, National Mission on Education and Information and Communication Technology, NPTEL, and everything is there. You are spending so many crores. Everything is available. Why you need a teacher? A teacher is very, very important. You should get something out of the teacher. You should be a role model. Try to understand this. Young students, I think this is the message I want to share it with you. You try to imbibe something from the teacher. Who is a role model? I think Indian system is a good system. Indian teachers are gurus. And Google cannot replace gurus. Try to understand this. Wherever I go, I want to make this statement. I think you have to go with Google. There's nothing wrong. But Google cannot replace gurus. Try to get something from the teacher. So I always tell Dr. Ramurthy, sir, try to appoint good teachers. If you don't appoint good teachers, and that's it. And I always, wherever I go, I look at how many teachers have gone out of it's a temporary basis, how many are there, and what kind of facilities they are giving. Human resource is very, very important. I don't believe in the AC rooms and mosaic floors. Now everywhere it's available now. In India is a rich country now. India is a very rich country. I've never seen such kind of facilities. I spent 8 years in US. I never seen this kind of facilities. This India is a great country. But what is missing here is the human resource, a teaching community. They have to be respected, and also they have to come up to that occasion. A teacher is an innate teacher. So a teacher, by getting an order from Dr. Ramurthy, Naidu, don't say that you are a teacher. You should come up to that occasion. You have to transform yourself. That is the job of a teacher. Once you 15 years, 20 years, you have to teach with involvement. Only finally you will become a guru. Guru is a different status. And our system is the best system. And all the Americans are looking at us for the fundamentals. I was working in Clemson University. And I think I started working on stem cell biology. And I think any doubt comes in the fundamentals, they look at me. Whatever I say, that's going to be final. Then what is wrong with our system? What is wrong with our teachers? So don't change our pattern. Try to stick to our tradition. Don't follow Western culture. I'm a Westerner. I know. I spent 8 years in USA, 2 years in Germany, 2 years in UK. I know the system. They are doing well. I'm not against it. But you should not. We should maintain our own traditional system. This is very, very, very important. This is the message I want to share it with you. I think I've taken a lot of time. Sir, is it okay? Can I stop it? So I just want to inspire, I think probably give the motivation to the youngsters. Everything is possible. I'm a dangerous optimist. I believe in positivism. Keep this in your mind. And our president wanted to give knowledge for all for knowledge. That's the message he wanted to share. But I've got a different philosophy. Dare to learn, learn to dare. That's my wish. That's my philosophy. Thank you very much for the opportunity. And a lot of people have come from various countries. I thank them personally as an academician and also as an administrator. Please try to share with us your experiences and try to take some of the experience what you have gained in India. Please take our traditions also. You are very rich in our tradition. You have got a lot of good things in India. So please try to take those things to your country, and it's a mutual understanding. Now everything is globalized. You cannot say it's our Indian system or Western system. Everything is globalized. Thank you very much for coming here. I want to congratulate the Kripanidhi for organizing a new concept. So I told you everything is new. Even for me, I told Rao, he was my close friend. We spent a lot of time in Indian Science Congress long back, 15, 20 years back. And also I shared it with Ramurthy, who enjoyed in Kutralam. I think we went to Kutralam, I think as a member of a committee. So I told him, it's totally a new concept. I congratulate Kripanidhi for giving this kind of problem to you and exposing you for this kind of problems. I think it's I'm very happy to come here, and I'm very, very happy to see the facilities which are very good. And I think Dr. Ramurthy Naidu will take care of the faculties also. I think that's very, very important. And don't compromise with the quality and the facilities to the teachers. More than giving these AC rooms or mosaic floors, give importance to the human beings. That's very, very important. Teachers are going to be the important component. And I think now we are taking a lot of components. I think whether you have got the center with potential for excellence or university with potential for excellence, center with potential for excellence in a particular area, and also how many inspired people are there, how many Ramalinga Swami Fellowship people are there, how many recharge faculties are there. I put so many conditions now. I think a new format is going to come, which is going to be very difficult. I've given a lot of importance to the faculty, sir, not to the infrastructure. So I'm very much after the faculty members, I think definitely which will be implemented. So thank you very much for the opportunity. I enjoyed every moment here. I'm very thankful to Dr. Ramurthy, Dr. Kripanidhi, and my good friend Dr. Ramurthy. And I know your Vice Chancellor, Dr. Nangaraj also. I know him. So thank you very much for the opportunity. Very kind of you. Wish you all good luck. And I'm very happy to inaugurate this conference. And this conference, as rightly said, Rao has rightly said, should give some message, some recommendation. I think that will be, don't take it as a ritual. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Very kind of you.
Thank you to every one of us present here today.
Thank you, Professor, to all our students and faculty and foreign delegates about the importance of the leadership current days. And again, the sustainability by bringing the name of Professor Swaminathan, and also the importance of socio-ecological systems. Particularly, our biological system is so complex, we are unable to understand that we are having 3 into 10 to the power of 9 nucleotides in our body. As Sir was mentioning about the DNA. The DNA contains 3 into 10 to the power of 9 nucleotides. How complex it is. Sir was also mentioning about the monoclonal antibodies. We are having the potential to make the antibodies equivalent to the number of stars in the sky. So much potential is there. That is the complexity. With regard to the metabolic system that we are having, that is even more than the national electrical grid. That much of the metabolic system is prevailing in our body. How to understand it, how to make it easy for others to appreciate it, for which we have to develop the models, adopt the systems that Woki Bosch has taught us. In addition to that, Sir also told you important events like recombinant DNA technology and everything. And apart from that, Sir was mentioning important points about adaptive technology. That is the systems technology. What is the system prevailing? Understand, then adapt yourself to the technology. That's what going on now. In addition to that, Sir has given important jewels. That is, Google cannot replace gurus. Google cannot replace gurus. And we, as students and teachers, education is continuous and ongoing forever. So let us all follow his advisors and let us grow together with him and let us invite him forever to our campuses. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Professor Jan Henrik Hofmeyer to step onto the dais to present.
Good morning. It's wonderful to be here. I was given the opportunity by John Kinnaman when he was visiting Stellenbosch in South Africa in the beginning of the year to come either to Boulder, Colorado or to Vadlamudi. And for me it was no choice. This is the wonderful country, wonderful people, good food and cricket. So last night when I got to the hotel I was hoping to see a little bit of Virat Kohli bat, but he unfortunately was just out as I walked into the room. He made a double century, I know, wonderful. So I am a biochemist, as many of my esteemed colleagues here. As you know, biochemistry is about 100 years old. It is the most reductionistic biological science because the first thing we do with living organisms when we study them is we kill them. We chop them up into little bits in a Waring blender and then study the components, which of course is extremely important because you cannot understand the system if you don't know what the components and their properties are. But I, in the late 70s, became disillusioned with the way that biochemistry was treating living systems, and I was trying to find out ways how to understand the networks of reactions inside cells as a whole, as a system. And so became a whole journey of using computer modeling, what is now called computational systems biology, to create models of system in order to study especially the regulation. And we found out that you could treat such systems as supply-demand systems, what I call the metabolic marketplace. And then recently I became interested in a more general level in what is the difference between living and non-living systems. What is it at heart that makes us, and from amoebas, bacteria, up to humans, what makes us alive? What distinguishes us from the rest? And I hope to be able to tell you a little bit about that this morning, the lessons that we can learn from life.
Thank you, Professor Hoffmeyer. I requested him to be with us for a week's time to teach biochemistry to our students. Next.
Thank you, sir. Now may I request Professor Gary Jacobs to step onto the dais to share his greetings.
Good morning. I'm an American from California who has been based in India on and off for the last 45 years. And I have seen what's happened to this country, the tremendous energy that's been released, and the organization that's developed. I represent 4 organizations. One is I'm a management consultant, and I know that for the science of management, systems is absolutely the core. How do we manage things consistently? Secondly, I'm the head of research at a social science institute in Pondicherry, Mother Service Society, where we've been looking at strategies to accelerate development. I wrote an article for the Hindu 35 years ago that the title was India plus Systems equals USA. So that's how important organization and systems are to the development of the country. I'm also the Chief Executive Officer of the World Academy of Art and Science, which is a group of 700 distinguished scientists and professionals from around the world, including Dr. M.S. Swaminathan, Dr. Masholkar from Purusha Bhargava from India, who are looking at the problems of organization at the human level, because the problems we have in the ecological issue are primarily from the human systems. Biology knows how to run its systems. The problem is with our human systems, with our economic systems, with our social and political systems. And finally, most important to me, I'm the CEO of a new organization called the World University Consortium, which is looking for the type of education we need in the 21st century. I understand you in biotechnology have 196 units that you have to complete for your degree, for your BTech degree. The challenge you have is you're going to be learning in those units about what we have learned about biotechnology over the last 100 years. But what we really need from you is that you learn how to think, and think differently, and think independently. And so memorizing all that has been learned in the past is not enough. And I'm very pleased to be at Vigen University, where we heard in the opening description that this is a place that focuses not on the subject, but on the student. And that's the real challenge for the future. How do we make an education that's going to develop human beings and not just develop people who have a scientific knowledge that's already out of date by the time you've learned it? Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
To share his greetings on the dais.
Dr. Kirpandi, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I was born in India, bred in India, fled from India. After living 10 years in England, I came to America to work for the National Institute of Health. Recently, we broke the genetic code, we unlocked the secret of life. As Professor said, we read the book of life. We finished the Human Genome Project, the total genetic information that makes human. Today, this afternoon, I'm going to report the work. It's a historical experiment. It will answer the most fundamental question we have asked ourselves since the dawn of human civilization. What does it mean to be human? What's the nature of our memory, our consciousness, our development from a single cell to complete human being? The biochemical basis of our senses, the process of our aging, the scientific basis for similarity and dissimilarity. This project we finished, we are starting now on the phase 2 of the Human Genome Project. We call it Genome to Life Project. We want to decipher in every man and woman on the face of the earth. The United States authorized $3 billion to decipher the first genome, and now we are ready to embark on the second one. This afternoon, I'm going to release the Book of Life, how the genomes look like. Come and join us at 2:30. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Thank you, Professor Hamid Khan, sir.
Now I call upon Dr. Nan onto the dais to
Good morning all. It's my great pleasure to be here. It's a wonderful place. I'm going to talk today, 2 hours tomorrow, and the first thing on Mondays I'm going to be quick, but you'll be tired of me, listening to me. 2 quick points. First is that I think back in April when I was in Switzerland, we got an hour talk through Skype, and the professor said that, Dr. Nam, you have to be here. You have to come to India. And here I am. Thank you again. Thank you. I'm so glad to thank the Senate management because Oki and myself, we've done it twice. One in Brisbane in 2009, and one in Brisbane in Australia, and another one, the conference in Hải Phòng in Vietnam, June 13. We have 300 people from all over the world, and it's just so many named and unnamed tasks that you have to do. So that's a wonderful job that you have done. Thank you again for that. Thank you. The second point, I would like to just quickly follow up the really interesting speech from Dr. Rao and Dr. Devara, and I fully agree with you what you have said. But very briefly, I only got 1 minute to talk. You said about, I agree that this is only the start of the journey, because they're saying that every journey starts with a single step, and we have started the first step here. And I would love, as you said, there should be something visible coming out from this conference, some sort of project, some sort of initiative, and also the journey of changing mindset and leadership. So that's very important, as you said. I already see that there could at least 2 potential projects coming out from here. One is Malik policy. If we have support from the Chancellor, we can easily do it for all the 20 schools, the 19 colleges, and here in Vietnam, and it will be rolling out for the whole India. So I think that is easy to be done and very possible. I'm happy to support you with that. The second thing, sir, about what is good for country, and I love that idea in terms of using a sensitivity model. It's easy to be done and it can be done. And that taking all the important components of the system and do a real project for country. As the first one for India, can be also expect to support from the government to other places. So that really happy to be here and happy to work with you further on that. Thank you again. Thank you.
Greetings to you all, and it's an absolute pleasure. I am from Sri Lanka and very glad that you came just from Sri Lanka too, sir. It's amazing. Yeah. ISSS to actually speak to the young minds. That's all of you here at Vignan. Because usually it's sort of PhD and above that tends to be at these conferences. So you are extraordinarily privileged, and we are even more privileged to speak to you. The second very special thing is that, and I hope some of you all will make use of it, is that we've got a dialogue happening between India and the States each night at 6:45. This really is a first time, at least for ISSS it's first, and I hope you'll come across, because we had quite a bit of technology, and I know Professor Krupanandi thinks that I'm sort of really keen on this, but this was because the president of ISSS wanted this to happen, and they were very keen. So I said, listen, when I come, I'm going to make sure as a board game on a piece of paper, right? So I do hope you will come for it. And lastly, I must tell you all, it's going to be a bit difficult today because at 2:30 from Sri Lanka we've got two presentations, which is not about biology. It's about the constitution, which is very important. So it's going to be competing with you, Dr. Khan, in terms of you're talking about the Genome Project, we're talking about constitution, and my ever so young team here, three of them here, Himayar, Boris and Azim, we're going to be talking about minor languages. There is something happening that is very special and we need to cater for. So it's very interesting to hear you say, so that you spoke so many languages, some of them not scripted. So I really hope that you're going to benefit from this. And my thanks really to Vignan University. It's the first time I'm seeing a university do something that is really futuristic and with young minds, not with the old folk like us. So thank you very much to Vignan too.
Thank you, Madam Dr. Leonie, for the past 3 days. The day when she came, she was so keen that we have to have contact directly with the USA. In our guest house in the conference hall, every day evening from 6:45 to 7:45, about 10 of us, students and faculty, are talking with the Colorado. Our system is compatible with that system. Our students are expressing their opinions and reflections and suggestions relating to the eco-policy system. So today, Madam is inviting you all to come to the guest house at about 6:45, 6:30. We all interact with the Colorado, what is happening there. Thank you, Madam.
Indrani to preside over.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Indrani from third year biotechnology. Now it's time for unique Indian tradition, that is honoring the guest, Atithi Devo Bhava. Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Andrea Sudbay to come onto the dais. And grace with you. Thank you, sir. And now I request Dr. Hamid Khan to come onto the dais and grace with you. Thank you, sir. It gives me immense pleasure to call upon. Thank you, sir. Now I call. Now I take privilege to call Dr. Aki Bosch to step forward and take his seat. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. Now I call upon Dr. Sampath Kumar, Organizing Secretary, LSSES, to propose vote of thanks.
A very good morning to one and all. I take the privilege in pledging my vote of thanks as in a position of Organizing Secretary for this international conference. This conference events were started way back in 1 year, when last time John Kennyman has visited our organization. Along with Professor S. Krupanidhi sir, they have planned a lot of events. So now whatever you are seeing is a way hard work they have kept behind it. So I hope everyone here are comfortable. So first of all, let me start thanking, because thanking the guests is one of the most important thing in Indian tradition. We thank everyone, right? So I thank Professor S. Devraj sir, because he has traveled all over the world, and yesterday evening only he came, but still he has taken time to visit Vignan University. Thank you for your love, sir. And we are privileged to have T.S. Rao sir, our teachers. So thank you, sir, for being here. And all the dignitaries from all over country, because I like to thank each one of them name by name, but already we are lagging behind time, so please do not mind. I hope you are having wonderful stay in India. And I would like to add one more point. Now we are in a concept of global village. So I believe none of you will think this is a village. This village is aimed to address the problems for whole globe. So we are confident enough, and whatever message the dignitaries have given, every one of us will take to our heart, and we'll use our mind, improve our skill, and definitely make this event useful and worthwhile while we are here. Thank you one and all. Thank you so much.
So I request all students and faculty to stay here, and we'll be starting the technical session 1 now, in another few minutes.